guys, it's Amy. Let's see. Oh, let's put that a little bit farther away. Okay. Hello. I'm a little bit under the weather today, so I'm doing okay, but I have a little bit of a fever today. So I have a hi Alfredo. I have a 37.3 fever. So it's in Fahrenheit, which is what's used in the US. It's let's see, 99.1. So it's a little fever. So I'm feeling pretty okay, but my face is a bit hot, so maybe you can see I'm a little bit redder than usual. So yeah, but I'm okay. But I wanted to make sure to broadcast today. So yeah, so just in case of oh, what if it's COVID? Then I've canceled my in-class lesson today, and I'm supposed to meet a student tomorrow, but I need to contact her and find out if we can do our lesson online. So it should be okay, but usually we go and we meet at Starbucks. But in the very small case that it might be corona, I don't want to spread germs. So better safe than sorry. Let's see here. So I have a lot of topics today to talk with you about, and let's get started. So we'll get started as people are coming in. I have a YouTube channel now, so I need to make a kind of a shorter URL, if you know what that means. It's the kind of the web address. So I need to be able to get the kind of a shorter one of that, so that it's easier. So, but I have I have my trusty coffee today, so I'm very happy. I love coffee. That's really good too. So I actually bought some coffee, like latte base, and it was so funny. So what you do with this is, if you're not familiar with it, there's a bottle of, basically it's coffee concentrate. So it's very strong, and you just put a little into your glass, and then after that you put a bunch of milk in. So, it's starting to get warmer, so I'm getting away from hotter coffee. Maybe I should even put my kettle away. But yeah, so I like kind of iced coffee when it's warmer, and today was a super warm day. It was something like 23 degrees Celsius. Sorry, American friends. We don't really do Celsius in the US, so which is very interesting. I've had to kind of relearn what is hot and what is cold, which sounds really strange, but that's the way it is, so it's fine. Anyways, so yeah, so I put this base, and when I first bought it, I said, well, I wonder if it's going to be strong enough, because I like coffee that's pretty strong, but also very creamy. So I went ahead and I just said, okay, let's just put, actually, before I did that, I unscrewed the cap and I smelled it, and I said, oh my God, that's really strong. So I said, okay, this first one, I'm just going to do one. Oh, so a bottle like maybe this big has 10 servings of coffee inside. So it's a pretty good value. So you don't have to go and go to Starbucks and things like that. So, yeah. So, oh yeah, I was telling some friends earlier, I said, if I caught COVID, I will be so angry, because I've spent about 90 to 95% of my life at home. So if I happen to catch it, it'll be really unlucky. So I'm not going out every day. I go out probably 3 times a week. I have my lesson in Tsurumi that for with my seniors. Then I have Rihabiri, and then so Alfredo said, I hope you have a great rest of your day. For me, I'm just barely starting. Yeah, good morning to you. Yeah, it's 8:30 at night here. Probably tomorrow for you. It's Friday here, so yeah, so maybe so maybe it's just Friday morning for you now, maybe. So my friend Alfredo is in Chicago. So hello, Fredo. Are you doing well in school? He's very young. So yeah, so I said, so I only go to Tsurumi, I go to my Starbucks lesson, and that's just the local train station. And then I go to Rihabiri, which is at the same station. So I don't go out very much at all. So if I catch COVID, it will be super unlucky because I really don't want it. I'm so scared of it. But yeah, so we'll see what happens. And hey, there's Kazumi. Hello, Kazumi. Yeah, so we'll see what happens. Oh, I'm not sure. We'll see. But yeah, I'm worried. So, okay, so back to my coffee. Okay, so I put just the one little bit in there, and then I put a big bunch of milk, and I stirred it up, and I said, oh, that is actually really perfect. So yeah, so this is kind of my summer coffee. Hi, Kazumi. And my summer coffee, and it's really tasty. But even though it's 8:30 at night, but I'm gonna drink coffee anyway. Because it's delicious. I love coffee. Coffee's the best. Also, I'm thinking because it's already working, because my energy has been a little bit down today. I don't feel bad. It's just I happened to take my temperature because my husband, yesterday he took the day off because he had a bit of a cough. Hey, Kazumi's husband, hello. I gotta find out your name so I can say hi to you properly. But yeah, so my husband took off from work yesterday because his he has a cough normally because he has asthma, and that's part of his asthma. But his cough, when he gets sick, it changes. You can tell. So his cough was bad, and he said that he was having difficulty breathing. So yeah. So I don't know if it's sympathy or what, but yeah, so now I have kind of a fever, and earlier today, now it's better, which is great, but earlier today, like right in here, I had like whenever I would inhale, breathe in, it would be painful right here. So I was thinking, oh great, maybe it's COVID, who knows. But so again, taking proper measures, staying home. We ordered pizza today, so for dinner. So oops, I ate pizza again. But pizza, it's so good. Yeah, so we're probably fine, but we're both almost paranoid about getting sick with COVID because we both have lung problems. So yeah, it's too scary. I hate COVID. Go away, COVID. Nobody likes you. So anyways, let's get started with this stuff. Yeah, drinking my coffee, feeling better already. My energy is back up. Woohoo! All right, let's get started here. So first, I went kind of crazy with my color palette today. So, yeah, but I don't know. It's a little wacky, a little too colorful maybe, but I blame not taking enough time, so not having enough time, because I had all day today, but not taking enough time to to make the slides and go through so many backgrounds. So, but I think it's pretty. So yeah, let's take a look. So, one of my passions is English rhythm. So Kazumi knows this very well, and another student of mine also knows it very well, where it's important to warm up your English voice. So, for example, if I'm speaking Japanese, I speak from a different place than where I speak English. And actually, it's so funny because as I've listened to my Japanese voice, I thought my Japanese accent was better than it really is. I'm like, oh, my accent is not very good. Oh well, it's okay. But so it's really important to be able to warm up your English voice and kind of get your throat connecting with your brain and your mouth. Your throat and your mouth connecting with your brain. Japanese is spoken usually from the mouth. Okay, so I'm going to stop sharing here, but we're talking about English rhythm. Okay, so when I say English rhythm, I mean when, for example, if you hear a Chinese person speaking Japanese, you can kind of hear that layer of Chinese when they're speaking Japanese, right? So you can hear kind of like, and that's how you recognize, that's a Chinese person and not a Japanese person. So any native speaker of a language can tell a non-native speaker by that native language layer. So, for example, and I hear it many times because I'm listening to English with a Japanese layer. So what needs to happen is we need to kind of break that Japanese layer up just a little bit and kind of get more into the English, into the kind of English frame of mind. So something that you can do this is something to observe first. And so observe it, so look at it, understand it, then practice it. So observe and practice, okay? So this one, like I said, Kazumi knows it really well. So this is, if you say 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you say 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, then you say 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4, and finally you say 1 and then a 2 and then a 3 and then a 4. It takes the same amount of time to say all 4 strings. So first string 1, 2, 3, 4, second string 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, third string 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4, fourth string 1 and then a 2 and then a 3 and then a 4. Okay, so I'll show you this. Okay, so this is really important, and what's great about these broadcasts is that I can share this information with you. You can take it and use it. You can use it. It's okay. I don't care. Take it for free, please. Education. I love it. So, okay, so let's listen to this, okay? And you can follow me. Well, just watch and then later on go back, look at this. You can do it. Okay, then you can do it with me. Okay, so first we're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4. 1 and then a 2 and then a 3 and then a 4. See how it really works together? So it's just the rhythm was the same. The rhythm was the same, and English is rhythm. So this is super important. It's very exaggerated sometimes, but once you become accustomed to, you get used to that rhythm, and you're hearing the English rhythm, Okay, it becomes more, it becomes clearer to you, and your listening skill will become better and better. Um, let's see. Hey, there's Mayumi. Hi, Mayumi. And yeah, so it's super important to be able to recognize that there's this hidden beat in English. And British English has it as well, but I feel that American English really has it. As Americans, we're very big. We have big emotions and we have big speech, like ways of speaking. And it's a huge country. So there's many, many different ways to, for people to speak. So, I'm from California. I have a very specific accent called California English. So we'll talk about that one later because that's a really complicated topic, and again, I'm not feeling 100% today. So yeah, it's really, really interesting how many different places have our own little accents, and not really dialects. The only American dialect I can think of that's outside of standard English would be French Creole. So like in New Orleans. Anyways, that's getting way off topic. Back to the topic. Thank you. So we have this rhythm in English. So American English is very rhythm based. I love to learn about my language, so I'm continuing to learn. That's what I do. I love it. So I love that I can study. Not study. Ugh, I hate that word. I love that I can learn and research my own language, and in turn help my students. So that's what I really love doing. Anyways, so what's the other thing, Kazumi? Do you remember? Jack and Jill. So let's see. So we have our thing here. Da-da-da, Jack and Jill. Okay, so Jack and Jill, it's a very simple nursery rhyme. All American children know this, and I'm sure probably British and Australian, and it's very widespread. So Jack and Jill. So you can look this up online. You'll be able to find it along with many other nursery rhymes that we have. So, sorry, my throat's getting a little dry. Coffee. So, yes. I'm trying to stop saying so because I hear myself say so many times, and it's like, stop it. Sorry for saying so often. Now I embarrassed myself. Why? Anyways, Jack and Jill. So this is a nursery rhyme, and it has a very simple intonation structure. So it goes up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, and it's just up, down the whole way. Do, 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 do. Okay, up and down. No, like, do, 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 do. No, none of that. It's just simple, up and down. And this is where native babies, really, learn how to create intonation. And I'm sure it happens in Japan as well. So I'm sure it happens in Japan. It's, we have these nursery rhymes and everybody knows them. And, it's really important for, language learning, which sounds really silly. But yeah, okay, so take a listen to Jack and Jill, okay? Jack and Jill went up the hill to fetch a pail of water. Jack fell down and broke his crown, and Jill came tumbling after. What I don't want you to worry about is, don't worry about the content. This is a story about two kids who go up a hill. They're trying to get a bucket of water probably from a well. There's a well on top of a hill. I don't know why. So they go up to get the water and they fall down. That's it. They fall down. And I think Jack breaking his crown, maybe he busted his head open. I don't know. But Jill also fell down. So two kids go up a hill to get some water, and they fall down. That's it. That's the story. Okay. But the story itself is not important. Okay. The intonation is important. The rhythm is important. Did you also hear it was just like that 1, 2, 3, 4. Jack and Jill went up the hill. So it's very, very rhythmic. Very, very rhythmic. And this is how our children learn how to speak English. So that's something I really wanted to touch on. It's something that I've been talking about a lot with my students. Okay. So now we're going to go to WYSIWYG. What is this nonsense word, right? So WYSIWYG, I should have made a slide for this, sorry. So WYSIWYG stands for what you... I misspelled it. What? I am so sorry. Okay, so it should be WYS. Flip them, please. So it stands for what you see is what you get. Again, I blame it on fever brain. So Kazumi is confused. She was like, what? So what happened was instead of saying WYSI, I put WSY. I misspelled it. So anyways, next. Run away from it. All right. Okay. So let's talk about words, long crazy words that, how do I spell these things? Well, sometimes it's very difficult, isn't it, to spell? And let's see. So it's very difficult to learn how to spell words, especially I would say French words are the worst. And of course, 30% of English is from French. So when we have things like, do you know hors d'oeuvres? Hors d'oeuvres are kind of this, if you go to a cocktail party and you're standing and there's someone who goes and takes a tray of small, maybe finger foods or sandwiches, and then you just stand and eat them. These are hors d'oeuvres, kind of appetizers. So appetizers, it's not a meal. You don't eat a meal while you're standing. But so it's just nice little foods to eat. And did you hear the pronunciation hors d'oeuvres? That's the way I say it. I checked with the dictionary. That's the way the dictionary says hors d'oeuvre. Okay. Let's look at the spelling. It's ridiculous. Look at that. What is this? This is craziness. This literally says hors d'oeuvres. Hors d'oeuvres. It's like, what? It's so crazy. So I was in college when I learned how to spell this word. And it really made me aware of my technique, because I have a distinct technique on how I can spell this word. If you tell me, hey, Amy, spell this, spell hors d'oeuvres, I'm like, oh, okay, fine. So it's very, the way I can remember to spell a word is I remember, of course, I know how to say it. What I do is I remember how it looks. So I look at how it looks, and because this one is, it has so many vowels. So A-E-I-O-U, it has so many vowels. So the way I remember is whores, H-O-R-S, whores, D. So I know it's this, the D is isolated. And then Orives, because I know it's going to be this crazy combination of vowel sounds. So yes, whores, D, Orives. It's the way I remember how to spell this. So the reason I say this is because I feel like there's many things that maybe can help you. For example, think words, simple words like school, right? School does not look like school. It looks like stool, which is, by the way, how I remembered how to spell it. So I remembered how to spell it by saying stool. I know that the word isn't stool, it's school, but it's a technique to try to remember how to spell. It's tricky, but you can do it. I know you can. I believe in you. All right, next. What does this mean? All you can eat. All you can eat. This is tabehodai. So of course, nomihodai is all you can drink. So all you can eat, this is in a buffet situation or biking. So yeah, you can eat as much as you want. It doesn't, I guess some places would have a time limit, but that would be all you can eat within 2 hours or something. Okay. Yeah, so all you can eat, that came up in a lesson. And let's see here. So, oh, that's right. So one of my students took his parents, as I'm sure you know, it was Mother's Day recently. And I think it was on Sunday. I don't remember. I'm so bad with calendars. So yeah, so it was Mother's Day on this last Sunday. And my student, he visited his parents, and they live a little bit far away, so he decided to take both of his parents out for dinner. So one, and he would pay, and it was for Mother's Day and Father's Day, so both of them. So I thought it was really smart of him to just kind of, okay, we're gonna make this. He lives a little bit far from home, so it's a little bit tricky. All right, let's see. Hey, Nobuko's here. Welcome. And let's see. Okay, so basically, so we talked about the word treat. So treat is to pay for someone. Okay, so to pay for someone, it's so we can say it's my treat, right? So if you and I go to, well, okay, basically when my friends come from the United States and they come to Japan, I treat them. So they don't pay for their food or anything like that when we're together, because it's it's really expensive to come over, and my friends aren't rich, so it's like no, don't worry. Like, you paid a lot of money, so I'll treat you, don't worry. Yeah, Nobuko, I'm okay. How are you doing? So we use this word treat. So for my students, for treating his parents, so I treated my parents to dinner, right, at a nice Korean barbecue restaurant. What is Korean barbecue? So this is what we call yakiniku. We don't call yakiniku. It's not in English. So Korean barbecue, we understand that. But yeah, yakiniku is something I learned in Japan. All right. Oh, good. I'm glad you're doing fine. All right, let's see here. Oh, and I asked him. Oh, that's right. So at first I asked him if it was an all you can eat place, and he says no, no, it was a really nice place. So we created the sentence together, and I said, oh, how was it? And he says, oh, it was so tender and juicy. So I said, oh, that's fantastic. It sounds really good. What do you say? So what do you say when something just, oh, how can I even say it without giving it away? Um, 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 um. I give up. I'll just tell you. So let's see. So the meat melted in my mouth. So he had some really good quality beef. So I said, "Oh, it sounds so delicious." And he says, "Yeah, it was really it just so when it melts in your mouth, it just kind of dissolves and the flavor sweeps in your mouth, and oh, it's just so lovely. I want to eat some." I was a little bit jealous. Let's see here. What do we have next? Oh, okay. So this was a separate lesson, and we were talking about one of my students works in logistics. So she works in logistics, and it's I think logistics is very interesting. It's very cool to understand more and more about how things go from the factory to not even just the factory, how a raw material goes from being in the ground and comes out as, oh, it's part of my yeah, yakiniku. It's part of my cell phone. It just, that whole process blows my mind, and it's so 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 interesting. So we were talking about perishable items. So perishable means here, I'll just go ahead and stop sharing. So perishable means that it it doesn't last for a long time. That's difficult. Okay, a banana is much more perishable than, okay, no, stop, back it up. A peach, because we have both, right? So a peach is much more perishable than a can of peaches, right? So a fresh peach you can have the fresh peach for maybe 4 days, a week. It's not very long. A can of peaches, 5 years, 10 years, something like this. So the fresh peach is perishable. It will go bad. You cannot eat it after a short amount of time. Non-perishable, you can keep it for a long time. Not forever, but I think it's the spirit of it being so soon to become inedible. You cannot eat it. Yeah, it's too quick. Kazumi, your husband is funny. Oh my god. Okay, sweating to the oldies. So if you want, you can do a YouTube search for this, sweating to the oldies. I've been doing a little bit of exercise recently. And so oldies, of course, as I get older, oldies start getting into my generation. I'm like, hey, stop, I'm not old, even though I'm a little bit old. But yeah, so when I think about oldies, I think about music from like the 1950s, Motown, things like this. So I think of like, Do the Locomotion, My Boyfriend's Back, My Girl, this kind of music. This is oldies. And so there's this very, how can I say, flamboyant man called Richard Simmons. And he's very, very sweet. He's a very sweet man. And he just likes to help women, especially men too, but mostly women, to become fit. So I was telling one of my students, and they said that maybe like Billy Banks with Tybo was similar. And it's like, yeah, a little bit similar, but the thing with Sweatin' to the Oldies, it's very low impact. So low impact means you're not jumping and things like it's very low impact on your knees. So anyone can do it, even if you're big. Then you can do this exercise, and it's very gentle on your body, but it helps you burn a lot of calories. So I've started it because I can't. So Nobuko knows Richard Simmons. Yes. Yeah. So he's such a kind guy. I think he's very, very nice. But I was trying to walk on my treadmill, but treadmill is so boring. I really hate it. So I decided to give it a try. And if you look up Sweatin' to the Oldies on YouTube, you can watch the whole video. So I'm doing Sweatin' to the Oldies 2. And it's quite nice. It's not slow, but it's a little bit slow. So very slow, simple movements, just designed to get your body moving. So if you're thinking about starting exercise, I recommend it. Okay? All right, let's see. Let's move on here. Okay, so how can we make a sentence with 15 minutes and drive? I don't want to hear by car. By car is book English. This is not real English. I would never say it takes 15 minutes by car. Nope. Sorry. Never. I would never say that. Never, ever, ever in a million years. So probably not even if it was from a book. I don't know. So, okay, have you thought about it? So 15 minutes plus drive. I'll give you a quick second to think about it while I drink more coffee. Doot. It's a 15-minute drive. It's a 15-minute drive. Okay? Or we can say another way. It takes 15 minutes to drive there. It takes 15 minutes to drive there. Did you notice something? What happened? So we have 15 minutes and 15 minutes. Wait, are both correct? Yes, they are. Both are correct, okay? It's a 15-minute drive. Okay, actually, let me go back to this. So it's a 15-minute drive. That means this so is going to be attached to a noun, right? Meishi. So drive is not verb in this case because so if I want to invite you, I can't do it without saying it. If I want to go with you to the beach by car, I'd say, let's go for a drive to the beach. So let's go for a drive to the beach. Okay? So it's a 15-minute drive. This drive is not a verb. This drive is a noun. So 15-minute, and you notice the dash? This one has a dash. This one has a hyphen. 15-minute is an adjective in this case. So it's an adjective, not not a noun. It's modifying the noun, okay? And if we look at the other one with 15 minutes, So it takes 15 minutes it takes 15 minutes to do something, right? So it takes 15 minutes to drive there. This one is, I think this one modifies the verb. Maybe 15 minutes is an adverb. I don't even know. Anyways, that's the difference between 15 minutes, 15 minutes. Notice this one has no hyphen. It does have the S. The 15 minute as an adjective, no S. Okay? But again, if you make a mistake, nobody cares. If you make a mistake, it's fine. If your communication is there, you're okay. You do not have to be perfect. Nobody is perfect. I make mistakes even in English. Shh, don't tell anyone. It's my job. Okay. Question. How about by train? Again, we don't say by train. Think about it. Do, 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 do. God, I love that coffee. It's so good. Anyone? Anyone? All right. It's a 20-minute train ride. It's a 20-minute train ride. Again, we have 20-minute as the adjective. So train ride is, we kind of have two adjectives together because it's a ride, right? Ride is the noun. 20-minute and train are the adjectives because train is the adjective. What kind of ride? A train ride, right? So what color train? Yellow train, I don't know. Okay. Oops, I almost clicked the wrong one. Or again, we can say it's another way. Oh, I just did that one. Different asset, please. So it takes 20 minutes on the train, not in the train. Do you guys know the reason why not in the train? So if you're looking at not necessarily, if you can, in theory, not in practice, because sometimes in practice it's not safe. For example, on the bus, okay? Is it safe to stand up and move seats while the bus is moving? No, it's not safe, but in theory, you could. You could. You shouldn't, but you could. Same thing on a plane, on a boat, on a train, on a bus. That's why on. If there's the possibility to stand up and move around this space, on. But if you have in a taxi, in a van, in a car, you can't do it. It would be, because you can't stand. You can't stand up while it's in motion. All right, it's a little trick for you. So yeah, it takes 20 minutes on the train. It's a 20-minute train ride. Okay? Okay, last one. Last slide, and then we'll have story time. The story of Kaldi. Do you guys know the story of Kaldi? So, of course, in Japan, there's plenty of coffee farms called Kaldi. They're very well known for having many, many foreign foods. And I'll go ahead and stop sharing this. So, one of my senior students shared the story of Kaldi, and I had never heard this before, but it was very interesting. So she said in Africa, there was a shepherd. So originally for sheep, because sheep herder, right? A shepherd. But this shepherd was a goat shepherd. So I don't know, I think it's the same thing. But so he was herding his goats along, and if for some reason his goats never became tired, and they would just keep going even at night. They just wouldn't stop or slow down. So he was, oh man, I'm so tired. One day he realized that he saw them eating this red fruit. So this red fruit, he said, oh, I wonder if, let me try it too. So he ate it, and he noticed that he became refreshed. So he could also keep up with the goats. So it was very interesting to, and that, sorry. And I'm telling this story terribly. I'm so sorry. That red fruit was like maybe raw coffee beans. So he was eating raw coffee, and that's why he was feeling refreshed. So yeah, then like it spread, around, and people were like, oh yeah, it's so wonderful, and I don't know. Anyways, if you look at the bags at Caldi, because coffee is their specialty, and I didn't realize it was named after this goat herder. So I thought that was super interesting. If you look at the bags that they have, you'll see the kind of the story, kind of the background, and you'll see a picture of Caldi. So I thought that was super cool. But yeah, that's it for story time. I told that story terribly. I'm so sorry. It's just like, the story of Caldi. Oh, maybe I need more coffee. So let's see. This week has been weird. I'm behind on my Japanese studies. Oops. But yeah, I fell off my bike. Because I'm stupid. It was very embarrassing, and I fell off just as I was I was trying to stop. I have like this really old rusty mamachari, and so I swear it's like riding a cow. It's terrible. But it was very cheap. So I was trying to stop, and I bought a new bag because I needed a bag to keep my PC in on Wednesdays. So, and this happened on Wednesday. So my PC was in my bag and stuff. So my bag got caught on my bicycle seat, and I tried to go and put my foot down, and my bag got kind of twisted, and I was like, ah. And then I said, oh no, am I gonna fall? And I passed the point of no return, and I knew I was gonna fall. I'm like, oh dang it, why am I gonna fall? And then I fell down. I was like, oh, so lame. And so now I'm thinking like, oh, how am I gonna get up, because my stupid bag is still twisted in the thing, and I'm like, ugh, everything is terrible. So then one of the shopkeepers comes out, and she's like, "Daijoubu desu ka?" And I'm like, oh my god, no. And I'm like, oh yeah, thank you. And so she really helped me, because yeah, I'm fine. But so she helped me. The only thing that was damaged was my pride. But so she helped pick up my bicycle. So that was the only thing. So I was like, okay, now I can focus on standing up like a loser. So, yeah. So dumb. I really want to buy an assist bicycle. Once business is better enough, I think I'm going to treat myself to a nice bicycle. Because, yeah, this one it's really helped me. I've had this bicycle for just about as long as I've been in Japan. So I bought it for like 7,000 yen from this Indian guy who was going back to India. So he was he was just selling it. He's like, just sell it cheap. It doesn't matter. And yeah, my good friends have a minivan. So they were able to put the bicycle in and give me a ride, and they were super, super sweet. Very grateful to them. And yeah, just, yeah, it's like, yeah, my hand, yeah, you can't even see where my hand, yeah, it's fine. Oh, speaking of hands, my hand's better, yeah. It's all better now. Ugh, so dry skin, ugh. So what ended up happening, very weird, but can you see this red bump? And see this bump? That's where it was super itchy, so I guess it was a bug bite after all. Yeah, no, I'm okay. Oh, you guys are so sweet. Oh, are you okay, Amy? Yeah, I'm just stupid. I'm fine. I'm a tough girl, you know that. But, yeah, just... yeah, actually, I've fallen off that bicycle so many times, but I haven't fallen off of it for quite some time because I finally got good at riding that stupid bike. It's so cumbersome. So, but I used to ride bicycles all the time. And my favorite bike was stolen. My favorite bicycle of all time was stolen. I was so mad. And it wasn't even because I left it and that it got stolen. I was storing my bicycle at my then boyfriend's house because I don't know why. But I asked him if I could store it there. He said yes, so I did. Then he lived with his mom because this was a long time ago. And they had like, not a roommate because that implies like a apartment situation. So the mom had a house, and of course, you know, she had 2 kids. One was my then boyfriend, and there was a guy living with them. There you go. So they had a housemate. Anyways, he borrowed my bike, didn't ask me, left it, and it got stolen. I was so angry. If I could, I would buy that bicycle again. I would totally buy that bicycle again. So it was about probably $400. It was expensive, but I loved that bike. It was like my best friend because it was, you know, before driving, it was my escape. So that was my freedom vehicle. And I rode that bike everywhere. Yeah, we had so many good times. And actually, my mom bought me a different bike, but it wasn't the same. I liked it. It was okay, but my old bike was super nice. I even remember the year it was and stuff. So, my bike, I miss my bike. Yeah, but now I have this cow. It's just, the stopping is ridiculous. I don't know if it's just my bike or if this is kind of mamachari or like, I don't know, but it's, yeah, $400. It was expensive. But, yeah, I would totally spend $400 on that bike again. I would. Maybe I could find it. If I bought the frame, I'm sure I could kind of reconstruct it, but it looks like sometimes it's better to kind of let go of past things to, I don't know. Yeah. It's a nice idea, but I don't think I have the motivation to do that. I want to tell you guys about, oh my God, this thing. I'm going to show you. This thing. I don't think I told you guys about this. This is a laminator. This is a laminating machine. Inside this laminating machine is an entire flyer of mine. It ate it completely. Murr. But fortunately, it was inexpensive enough. So, yeah, I can't really open it. I mean, there's screw holes, but feels a little strange to do that. But I ordered a new one off of Amazon that was very highly rated. So I think that'll work. And it just arrived today. So yes, let's see. Oh yeah, my face is really hot. Okay, I think we're gonna wrap it up today. So let's see. Yeah, I talked about everything I wanted to. Yep, I think that's it. I don't even know. Yeah, I just, when you have this kind of like, so in case you missed it before, I have a bit of a fever today. So my brain's like, I feel pretty okay, but my brain's not working quite right. My brain is broken. So, which is fine. I'm used to it. But, yeah. So that's all. Meow, meow, meow. Anything else happen this week? No, my husband's sick. I'm maybe sick. I don't know. We'll find out. Time will tell. So if I'll be really sad if I have to cancel my Wednesday class, but if I have to for the sake of safety, I will. So, but it's just, today is the first day. So, and then, so let's see. So it's Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. Yeah, I'll definitely know whether or not I'm okay in the next few days. If I am, fantastic. If not, but I'm definitely going to take it easy and rest up a lot, drink more water instead of coffee. But yeah, so everything else is going pretty good. You guys, I'm gonna be co-author in a book about English. So what happened is last summer, a man came to my office and we worked on a book that he was working on. And it was, not working on, it was his book. And, yeah, I need to send him an email because it's been a few days. I'm bad. But yeah, so he sent me a message, and because, you know, we did it. It was great. It was a lovely time. So it was really fun. I love editing. So if you know anybody who has materials to edit, please send them my way. I love editing and I'm good at it. So, yeah, so he emailed me. I thought I would just get like a mention, like a thank you. He emailed me and he told me he's going to make me a co-author. So I'm like, wow, that's amazing. What a good opportunity. So I'm super excited about that, but I need to know what to put on the jacket. So exciting. So yeah, as soon as it comes out, I think he said this October it'll be out. So as soon as it is, I will tell you guys so you can pick up a copy. It's really cute. He's got a lot of humor in the book. So it was very interesting to kind of keep it was an interesting challenge to keep his voice and the tone of the book and still have not like super book English, to have kind of real conversation in there. But yeah, it's a super, super cute book, really like interesting theme. And I hope he does more. I hope he does a series, because it was fun to read, it was fun to work on, and I think that you guys will enjoy it too. So yeah. So he basically wanted to make, he couldn't find a good English conversation book for him, so he wrote one. It's like, what? That's so cool. Yeah, very neat. I really respect what he's done. So, but yeah, co-author. Oh my God, really? Me? So yes, super exciting. Super, super exciting. Yeah. Amazing. Good opportunity. So I think I did want to mention one more thing. So it's probably gonna take like another 10 minutes. So I've been watching an old, back from like, I think the first one was 2005, an old American reality show called Project Runway. So project, of course, project, and then runway, Runway, runway. And I know I'm not super fashionable, but I do like fashion. And this show is basically, it's a reality show. So there's this kind of false sense of drama and conflict that makes it more entertaining for us. So that's the appeal. But I like seeing people's designs and their creations. But every time I watch this show, so I'm kind of binge watching it. So binge watching is watching a lot of episodes in one go. So I've been watching, I finished season 3 now, and I started watching it like 2 weeks ago. Utah, hi. So yeah, Utah's here, yay. Yeah, so I just started watching it again maybe 2 weeks ago, 1 week ago, maybe 2 weeks ago. I don't even know what time is anymore. But yeah, so I just recently started rewatching it, and it's so funny because of course I know what happens and things, but it's fun to watch. But also I like watching the fashions that come out. But every time I watch this, I start thinking about my clothes. And I would really love simple but made for me and my body. So we call it made to measure. So take my measurements, and it can be a regular pattern, but just make like custom clothes. That'd be so cool. But not just suits. Like, I love suits, but especially like in summer, so too hot. And I don't want to wear skirts because I don't sit like a girl. I sit like a boy. So, yeah, skirts are, and I'm always scared that the skirt, because it's very windy sometimes here in Japan. So if it's windy and then I'm wearing a skirt and then whoop, there goes my skirt. I'm like, don't look at my underwear or whatever. Yeah. So I don't want to wear a skirt because I sit with my legs open. So, and I don't want to change that. Actually, it's difficult for me because I have X leg. So my legs go in and out. So it's very kind of a unique problem. But yeah, so I don't want to wear skirts. It's like I know exactly what I want. I don't know where to get it yet. Yeah. That's kind of, so I've been doing a little shopping. Not buying anything, but just like shopping around, looking around, and thinking like, where can I, once I have the money, buy some cute clothes for me and for my body. That would be really fun. Because, yeah, actually, this shirt, speaking of fashion, this shirt, I don't like it though because it shows my arms. I don't like my arms. But, yeah, so this shirt is so old, but this shirt is such good quality, and it was cheap. But I've had this shirt for years and years and years. Maybe I've had this shirt since before I met my husband. It's very long from I'm very rough with my Shimamura. What's Shimamura? So Nobuko said, go to Shimamura. Where's that? Is that the one with the with the fat guy? That's all I can think of. It's like, oh, sizes too. Wait, hang on. I have my computer here. Shimamura. I need to look it up. Shimamura. Yeah. I think this is the one with there's one in Totsuka, there's one near Tateba. Is this the one by meow. Anyways, okay, I'll look at that later. Okay, Japanese, yeah, because it's so difficult for me to buy Japanese clothes because I have wide shoulders, gigantic bust. My bust is so big. And yeah, anybody who's seen it knows. I have giant hips, big tummy. So I'm just like, oh, I'm a mess. But yeah. That would be cool. So yeah, I think that's the one. Zama. Oh yeah, Izumi Ward. Yeah. There's one actually 2 stations away from me. Oh, 1 station away, maybe? Yeah. So yeah, it's true. I do need to go there. Because yeah, if I can find that would be really good. If I can buy clothes in Japan, that would be amazing. But at the same time, I've learned recently through my younger students. So I have a high school student, and she is, we're doing different readings and things, and there was a pre-test for like Osaka University or something, and it said like the environmental impact of fast fashion, and I hadn't ever really thought about it. Because we don't, but fast fashion is very dangerous for the environment. So I'd rather buy a little bit more expensive clothes and have them last a long time than buy something cheap and then it falls apart and I throw it away. It's so wasteful. So, but this shirt is so rare because I've had it. This is from Fashion Bug. I've had this shirt probably since 2007. 2007. It's a long time for one shirt. For me, I ruin my shirts. My shirts are so rough on them. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry, clothes. But yeah. I'll check it out, Nobuko. All right, guys. Yeah, so I was, looking at Project Runway. It's fun. There's a lot of fast English if you want to watch it. So it's just talking about clothes. You can hear German accent because supermodel Heidi Klum is one of the judges. There's very nice people, there's mean people, there's all kinds of people there. And it's it's a very interesting show. I like it a lot. So yeah, that's what I've been watching recently. So anything else? Not really. That's about it. All right, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in today. And so yes, I have a YouTube link. Where am I gonna put the YouTube link? I don't know yet. Oh, maybe I'll put it in my Insta. in my Insta profile. That should work. Yeah. So, yeah, because I think these broadcasts are only saved on the Instagram server for 30 days. And I work hard on these videos, so I don't want them to disappear. So I know that YouTube will basically never delete anything. So I'll put it up there. But yeah, so yes, I'm gonna go YouTube this on upload. I'm going to go upload this on YouTube, and then I'm gonna go back upstairs and rest because yeah, my face is hot. So all right, thank you so much, everyone, and I hope you enjoyed. Please leave comments below if you have any questions or just to say hi. Tell me I did a great job. But yeah, so any feedback, tell me if you loved it, if you hated it. Yeah, just tell me and we'll make it work. From Project One Ray. Okay, so yes, and we will see you next week, same time. All right. Thank you so much. Bye, everyone.